Good morning, everybody. I am here today to talk to you about the Mary Draper Ingles Festival that has started today in Radford, and it'll be at Glencoe Mansion for most of it, but there's events happening literally all over town. There's at Longway Brewing, there's events at the Highlander Hotel, they're all over, but the library will be at the festival at Glencoe tomorrow from 10 to 1. We're gonna have coloring pages, different activities, some crafts, some cookies to give away, so it's gonna be a really great time for you to come and see us at Glencoe for the festival. So Mary Draper was here during colonial times, and I have a book here that I'm going to read some of to you, not all of it because it's kind of long, but it's called A Horse's Tale, and it takes place in colonial Williamsburg. So not here, but still in Virginia, and it does talk about some different jobs that people had in colonial times. And if you want to learn more about colonial times, this is a fiction book that I'm going to read, but you can get tons of nonfiction books about colonial America at the library, including ones like this, which is The Dreadful Smelly Colonies, the disgusting details about life in colonial America. So you could get some really interesting facts from here, and then you could get more books about colonial America at the library. But for now, I'm gonna start reading you some of A Horse's Tale, which is by Susan Lubner and illustrated by Margie Moore, and it is about colonial Williamsburg. And I won't finish the whole book, but I will talk to you some about it. There are fun illustrations about what some buildings looked like in colonial Williamsburg. Margaret the milliner owned a shop with lots of things to sell, hats and bows and velvet cloaks and other goods as well. In Williamsburg, Virginia, while Margaret sat and sewed, she was startled by the sound of hooves pounding up the road. So she's a milliner, she was sewing, she had her own shop, and that's just one of the jobs that you can see in this book. On this fair day in Williamsburg, something was awry. Garrick the gardener's horse ran loose, and Margaret wondered why. So Garrick and this character, they're little animals, but he was a gardener for the town, I believe, and his horse has gotten out. Lancer galloped past the courthouse. He passed the magazine. Turning at Brutton Parish Church, he crossed the Palace Green. The town crier stepped into the street. He began to yell. "Hear ye, hear ye," he called out. He rang his shiny bell. "A horse is loose, a horse is loose," the crier did repeat. He shouted out, "He's on his way down Duke of Gloucester Street." Peering through her window, Margaret craned her neck to see. She watched her good friend Garrick chase his horse, which still ran free. As Garrick sprinted by her store, he shouted with great force, "I have the flowers for your shop, but I need to catch my horse." And now we have another job here. So we're about to read about Ben the blacksmith. So that was one of the jobs that they had in colonial times, and we still have like versions of it today, but they had a blacksmith shop, and this is Ben the blacksmith. Obviously, our blacksmiths are not dogs. Ben the blacksmith rushed to help. Margaret dashed outside her shop. They joined the chase to help their friend and coaxed the horse to stop. Margaret pointed out to Garrick, "Lancer looks so sad." "Maybe he's ill," suggested Ben, "or maybe he's gone mad." I'm going to read just this one spot here, and then we're going to stop our book. "Hear ye," the crier sang. The horse let out a snort. "Garrick's horse is acting odd, I'm sorry to report." "Lancer's troubled," Garrick sighed. "He's acting very strange. He won't work or pull the cart. Aye, that has got to change. I must deliver all my fruits and vegetables and flowers. Without my horse to pull the cart, it will take me several hours." So our gardener here wanted to sell some of his goods, and he won't be able to because his horse is on the loose. So we have a few more jobs that are mentioned here. So we have our blacksmith, and he is gonna check the horse's shoes. So we have lots of different little bits and bobs about colonial times and the jobs. And this was in Virginia, just not our area, but this was in colonial Williamsburg, which is really fun to visit. But for things that you should visit, you should absolutely come to the Mary Draper Ingles Festival, which starts today at Glencoe. There is a a massive amount of events happening, so much so that I could not possibly list them all. So if you wanted to learn more about what exactly is going on at the festival, you can go to glencoemansion.org, and they have a tab called the Mary Draper Ingles Festival that has a full schedule of events, including Sharon McCrum. She is a quite well-known author. She's going to be at Glencoe tomorrow at 12:15, so that's going to be really cool. But the library will be there at Glencoe from 10 to 1 tomorrow, and we will be having crafts, we have coloring pages, we have like a nature scavenger hunt, and we have cookies. So you should stop by and see the library and just check out all the amazing things that the festival has to offer. Thank you.